Good morning, brickitectors. We almost didn't make this one today, boys. The struggle is real. Mrs. Brickitect's alarm went off. I was like, oh, it's like 4:50. Got down here at 4:59. You know what, Clark, though?
What?
5:04. We're going, boys. We're alive. We're alive and alive. I got a co-host today, guys. It's the Clark man. Oh, you know what? I've got a filter that I need to like frig around with here. Let me see if I can remove this. We got a green screen filter on right now. Fixing things. Let's remove that. Can you do that while you're live? Oh yeah, my drink just became yellow again. And it was all yellow. Hopefully we're still good. Shout out to Imperial, who made us the fantastic thumbnail today. You can see how photorealistic it is. It was actually taken this morning. But we're both up. Clark Man is still sick. Clark Man's sick.
We're gonna be together today.
We're gonna make the most of today. Clark Man tried going to school yesterday, and I got a call like at 11:30 or something, 11:45, and they're like, "You got to come pick Clark Man up." And are we still good here? I'm just making sure all my stuff's working. His nose is running and stuff, and they're like, yeah, you with the policies and stuff now, he has to go home, and for him to return to school, he has to go see a doctor to just get the clearance, like to be cleared. So basically a doctor's note that he doesn't have COVID. He doesn't have to have a COVID test necessarily. And from what I understand, our doctor doesn't do COVID tests. You'd have to go to like an urgent care. So we have to go to like almost like an emergency room situation to go get a test. So basically we have to go in. The guy has to physically look at him just to be like, oh, you're here. Yep, you have a runny nose. And then he has to fax something to the school with a date on it that Clark can return to school, which could be like, I guess, as early as today. But he's staying home today. I really don't care if he stays home the whole week, honestly. Like, the only reason I sent him yesterday was because I was like, you don't want to miss too many days of first grade, right? Like, you want to be there. You don't want to miss all the stuff that's happening. But then I thought, what is really happening? What's happening in first grade? Nothing. Let's stay home and do the things that we do, man. This is high five. It's awkward. Yeah, high fives. How's you guys' days going? I see Marcus here. What up? Yeah, Clark's up. Dude, he's been crashing out for like hours in the afternoon. So I woke up this morning and he's like already climbing out of bed. I'm like, Imperial did make us that amazing thumbnail. Let's make it a reality. Miguel likes the thumbnail. Mike's here. What's up, Mike? It says, finally made the stream live. I'm sorry, this is the day that you came to, dude. This is the day you came to. Probably going to be a short stream. I got nothing to talk about. It really is, I guess it's up to you guys how long this goes on for.
Everyone says, hey, 24 hours.
Yeah, they would, actually. This could either... I just kind of want to, for me, it's all about consistency. And I can say I was here. So if we shut the stream down right now, I'm good with that. What do you want to do? Your eyes are so watery, man.
They're always watery.
Waiting to get sick next week. Is this the content you subscribe for? Hey, you want me to finish your car for you? I could work on that a little bit. You want me to? I'll work on it. You guys want to finish a Speed Champion set? Bless you. Slide it over here, boss. Played some Xbox last night. Clark, I dominated in FIFA. Then I played Madden, and that's when all these bad things happened to me. Bless you.
Oh my gosh.
I know. I need pieces, buddy. I need pieces. I got nothing to build with. Oh, bless you. Oh, this nightmare. That is. How many pieces you got left in your book there, too? I need some of these. Oh, Lord. Is this a printed piece? Oh my gosh, never before seen in the world of Speed Champions. We've got a printed piece. Andy's here. Welcome, Andy. What's happening, brother? Clark, they're saying get well soon, Clark, man. He says he will. Guarantee it. Let me get in the chat here. Yeah, if you can't hear us, it's a you thing. I'm pretty sure, because it's all looking good on my end. Not to say that means anything. It's really weird yesterday. I had this very weird thing happen. I was shopping on eBay yesterday live. I don't know if I told you this story, Clark, man. Shopping live on eBay, trying to find something for $20. Which, speaking of that, let me check something once. You guys just hold your horses. Something weird happened on my stream that I've never seen happen before. It started buffering like really hard. It means like buffering means that the stream quality is kind of low. Like the bit rate has gone down to the point where it's like chugging, and you get like, you know, maybe you don't, the video doesn't look so good. The audio maybe is okay, but probably not. Never got back to me, you scallywag. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm making some moves on eBay. Just know that. The night is young. And there was like a whole bunch of people watching. It was pretty awesome, right? And then all of a sudden, like, I lost like 60% of my audience. Just like, it was almost like Thanos snapped him, you know? And I was like, what the heck happened? I assumed it was because it was buffering. And it may have been, but then other people are saying they got an ad in the video, which I've never seen before. I've never seen an ad show up in like the middle of a YouTube video, but I could see that being a reason that people would bail. But it was odd. And then, like, you know, it recovered, but it was one of those things that kind of like happened that I guess broke the trance that everybody was in. It was, you know, like you're all just watching me like scroll through eBay maniacally, I guess. And then all of a sudden, like, something happens and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go do something else now. You know, it's like the attention span on YouTube is minuscule. In fact, like if you look at this stream, the average watch time of this stream right now is 1 minute and 30 seconds. That'll continue to go up, but what that signifies is that a lot of people are clicking on this and like instantly clicking back off. So there's people that have been here for how long we've been streaming for, like we was streaming for 7 minutes. So I mean, that number is weird, and it'll be interesting to see it go up. But some people get the notification, they click on it, they're like, nope, not what I want. You know, it kind of is discouraging. Like you try not to look at numbers like that, because it kind of is a signifier that your audience isn't necessarily looking for that particular type of content. But that's understandable when you make a certain type of video, and the thing you're doing right now is very different from that. And like live streaming isn't really what YouTube is known for or based on. If this was Twitch, it'd be a different story, you know? Like if we had all of our streams just going on Twitch, and maybe they should. Might be kind of interesting. That's where, maybe tomorrow we'll stream this to Twitch and see what happens. I have brickitect live name over there. Someone got brickitect, those weasels. We could stream to Twitch, see what happens. Be like 2 people there. Switch it up on everybody. Now I've gone back and forth between various platforms and stuff, and I found that the best place to do all your stuff is where your audience already is. It's hard to get people to move. Like if you're like, I'm gonna move over to this place and we're all going. Some people do, a couple, but not everyone. So just like with Patreon, that's kind of difficult with pretty much anything. And I understand that. Like it would take for me to move to a different platform. It would take something special to do that, or someone special, or a very particular reason to do that. So I find that consolidating your stuff makes the most sense, which is why this is on brickitect and not brickitect live. Although there is a case that this should. You okay, Clark, man? You want to go up and lay down, bum? What do you want to do? You just want to chill?
I just want to chill out and watch.
Okay, it's all good. There is a case that maybe these streams should be on brickitect live, because I noticed that when I unlist these, so I'll let this up until probably tomorrow around this time when when the new one comes out, you know? So you have like a solid day to watch these. Once it goes unlisted, there's no viewers. No one watches these once they're unlisted. They have to show up somewhere. People don't really go out of their way to watch an unlisted video, it turns out. So what I loved about brickitect Live was the fact that the videos could sit there forever, and people that wanted to watch them later could do that. Go get some tissues, bud. In this case, they're just dead and never to be seen again, because no one goes out of their way to watch them, and I wouldn't either. Like if I'm watching a YouTube video, it has to show up somewhere. It has to be on like a subscription page, recommendations, whatever. And I don't think YouTube recommends unlisted videos either. So it kind of sucks, because you put this effort, even though it looks effortless, I guess. But if you show up and do something like this every single day, and you're putting that grind in or whatever, it sucks to not have it become long lasting. So there's a case that maybe these should go on brickitect Live. It depends how hardcore we want to get with these. Really, I guess the only reason these would stay on brickitect is just because that's where most of my audience is, and that's where the memberships are. I mean, that's pretty much the only reason. So like 60 some people are determining the fate of this, but I guess that's okay. And he says he still watches the old lives sometimes. Puffin says, when something's unlisted, it almost feels like you're not supposed to be watching it. Now I'm doing it because if someone comes to your channel for the first time, I don't think this is necessarily the content that they're probably coming for. And if like they're looking through your catalog of videos, because sometimes people, it takes some time and some effort to make a decision whether you want to commit to subscribing to someone. If all you see is just polluted with all these like 2-hour live streams from the mornings, you're like, yeah, that's not for me. But if it's like they can see eBay like Lego buying on a budget, if they can see how bad is it, they can see missing pieces, you see there's some trends happening here. You look so bad, dude. What do you want to do? Like, my brain's telling me we should shut you down and put you up to bed again.
I like you chilling out with you, Daddy.
All right. You do what you want to do, okay? You look like you're destroyed, my guy.
I just hate this running nose so bad.
Yeah, I gotcha.
That's why I'm just like, ugh.
Maybe next week this will be me. Every time Clark gets sick, I get sick. It's bound to happen. Mark asked if I pulled the trigger on the eBay purchase. I pulled a trigger. I'm just waiting for the bullet to hit the target, I guess, is probably what I would say in regards to that.
I think it'd be this nose hole is just getting covered with snow at this one.
Can you breathe out of that one?
No, it's clogged.
Oh, isn't that the worst? Clark will be sleeping well this afternoon.
I literally breathe every day.
Oh, you guys want to see what the build is? It probably isn't going to focus. Watch this. I have a hack. That's the content you subscribe for right there. Has Mrs. B avoided the germ so far? She has not gotten sick. Clark and I, we're like the Native Americans. We were living happily in our own little world, and then the Pilgrims, they all came over, and they were like, we went to them basically, and we're like, hey, what's up? And they have all these diseases and stuff, and then they're like attacking us. Mrs. Brickitect's already been amongst them. She's already been infiltrating into their ranks and has some exposure, and she's been built up to their smallpox and all the other things that they have. Not Clark and I. We lived in our own little bubble. Chris says, you would unlist them and put them in a playlist? Yes, I do that every day. If you scroll down on my channel, you can watch all of the old 5 a.m. Legos if you want to watch them. Again, no one knows that though. So they like these things exist for just a short period of time. Like you could watch them, but I've looked and it's like once it goes unlisted, there isn't one single soul that watches these. Like not a single viewer. As soon as yesterday's video went unlisted, not one person. And that sucks. Like it honestly, it feels like without like that long-term residual thing where people can come back and watch all the time, it really does feel like I'm 100% wasting my time doing these. Not to say that I don't value you if you're watching this right now, but if I instead made this as just like a little video, like if I came down and be like, hey, it's 5 o'clock, Clark Man's sick, I'm working on this, do a little time-lapse build of this thing, and then show it when it's done, and then let that sit as a 5 a.m. Lego episode. And like say I did that all week and then made a video. I might end up doing that. I might, maybe I could do both. We'll see. I feel like that makes me way more sense. Plus that becomes like another show that's on the channel, which would be like 5 a.m. Lego would be a show and not necessarily a live stream show.
That's 5 a.m. Lego.
What's that?
5 p.m. Lego.
That would be easier to wake up for, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Because you're going to be already awake.
We could all eat dinner together.
Uh-huh.
Maybe my time lapse could be the stream. I don't know. I've got a whole bunch of ideas. But as you guys know, I've been wanting to turn Brickitect into a show. Or it's like I guess a TV channel would be a better description of what it is. And I think something like that would actually be pretty cool. So it'd be like 5 a.m. Lego, and it would just take you through like a week of all the things that I'm doing when I get up early in the studio. It'd be like an opportunity for me to get things done, but then turn it into like an edited video of sorts. You know what I mean? Hey, Craggle's here. Welcome, Craggle. I'm not going to read his comment, but witty line followed by random insult followed by leaving in 10 minutes. Oh, I forgot. Witty line, saying hi to everyone that says hi to him, random insult, leaving in 10 minutes. Okay, we're on stage 2 right now, it looks like. There you go. Let's go to stage 3 next, Craggle. You got the next one lined up? I'll read that one. The other one's, no, sir. Not going to give you the satisfaction. Mrs. Craggle, right behind him. She's coming in too. She's the nice one of the bunch. Isn't she, Clark Man? Huh. I think this needs to be... Oh, I see. Hey, B-Fab's here too. B-Fab, though, he's different. I mean that in a somewhat positive way. And he says, break the record and do a 10-hour quarantine stream. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, with our streaming software, we could potentially go forever until the internet shuts down. There was this dude on Twitch that streamed for like 30 days straight. Pretty wild. Yeah, I should make this a regular episode, I think. We'll give it a shot and do a comparison, see what happens. DJ says, you know him so well. Yeah, I've caught on to it. I'm on to his games. They're sad for you, Clark, because you have a cold. Vlad wants to know if you're all right. He's got a thumb up. I've been trying to convince Clark to go to bed. He wants to be down here. Craggle says, how rude. I was with you almost every day last week, Greg. Oh, yeah. It started when I... See, this is my strategy, Craggle. You should know my strategy now. I call you out on your crap, and then you're kind of forced to not do that. So that's how I get you to stay. It's a whole part of my elaborate scheme. I'm like, Craggles, you're going to do this. And he's like, no, I'm not. Like, just to prove that he's right, I kind of force him into staying with us. It's ingenious, isn't it? Now he's like, darn it, I have to stay today. Because he already called me out, and if I disappear, he's going to know. Got him. DJ says 30 days should destroy the backlog in theory. Yeah, until I get into the Julius Technic builds and stuff. I was going to do that this morning, but I literally just came down here and I'm just like, I don't know about all that today. We are making some progress on things, though. Taking care of Clark Man's build. I had to substitute myself in for him here. If you guys are wondering what I'm building, it's the... Wait, where's my tile, Clark Man? We had some pieces that went flying on the floor and stuff. I don't know if my tile that I need is in here. Luckily, it's a pretty common piece. It's a 1x2 tile. Any other pieces for this anywhere? Like this. Yeah, I'll steal that. New specs, asked Mark. Yeah, these are the Oakley ones that I got. I kind of like them. They are they're so comfortable. They're just amazing. They're a little big, but I kind of like that. I'm a big fan. These are the Activate. Craggle says he has a cold too. It's rough. Almost 18 months in isolation. Immune system is like, nope. That's what I'm saying, man. We're all just kind of like existing in our little bubble, and then when you start to go around people, like the thing with Clark Man is, they're all wearing masks at school too. Can you imagine how bad it'd be if they weren't wearing masks? But it's one of those things where you can go to recess and take them off. So, you wear a mask all day at school while you're sitting in the classroom, doing all the stuff you do. But then as soon as you go outside, you can take your mask off and essentially like be in other people's faces, be around each other. It's like, what is even the point at that point? What's the point? Why? It's almost like you're going to wear a wetsuit so you don't get wet in the water, right? So you're going to go diving with a wetsuit on, and you come out and you're perfectly dry. Then all of a sudden you take the wetsuit off and just jump into the water, and then you come back out and you're like, okay, I'm gonna put my wetsuit back on. It's like, what, dude? Why? Like, it just seems so dumb. But Clark Man's buddy that he plays with every day at recess, he's been out for how long's he been gone for? Like a week? Mm-hmm. It's not good. All these little kids. Andy says that it's flu season. Is it flu season? Clark seems to just have a cold, but today, man, he just looked drained. I think it's probably lack of sleep because he did get up at like 4 something. You want to go lay on the couch? Go ahead. Go lay on the couch. Go see Betines. Why don't you go lay on the upstairs couch? You got pillows and blankies and stuff. That one has Lego sets on it. Go ahead. You're not going to miss anything, I promise. There'll be nothing interesting that happens in this stream. I promise you that. You can only lead a horse to water, guys. You can't make him drink. Hey, Mark's heading out for the day. Thanks for coming in, Mark. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
They can still see me in the background. I'm really waving.
Yeah, you can see Clark's back there a little bit. It's not actually clickbait. Why don't you go up and lay down up the stairs? Because you're going to fall asleep there. Painful. Oh, 2 more stickers. If you guys have never built a Speed Champion set, basically the entire car is skinned. He's finally going. Finally. Oh, he didn't quite make it. He's getting there. 1 step at a time. He just slid down the stairs. He's sliding down again. Just when, just when you think he almost made it. Oh, he's almost there. Kids. It does suck though, being sick. I'm kind of worried because last time Clark Man got sick, he gave me a cold and I had a cough for like a couple weeks. Probably should have got a COVID test. It was weird. It wasn't like it's not typical, but who knows what is typical these days. Mike says the FOMO is strong with Clark. Miguel says besides the stickers, the Speed Champion sets are awesome. I agree. I really love Speed Champions. I had a couple Speed Champion sets in my Walmart cart. There was a couple on sale. I don't know if they still are. Let me see if they are, so you guys can potentially take advantage of this if you don't already have the sets. I guess I'll center up my stuff here unless Clark Man comes back. You never know. Let me see what's in my cart. The price is still looking... Oh, darn it. No. Darn it. It's out of stock. It was the Speed Champions Dodge Challenger SRT in the 1970. I think that one's also a Charger or something like that. It was $20. This is the set. Let's see if I can show it. It was $20, but now it's out of stock. I should have probably jumped on that, but I was like, do we need that? These Speed Champion sets are great for investment too if you're trying to make some money on Lego in the future. Let me see if that set's available anywhere else. 75893. Let's just take a gander. Tune in to Craig while he looks for Lego sets. It's $22.59 with Newegg. Honestly, the reason that I didn't buy it, Walmart kind of shoots himself in the foot a little bit. They have this $35 minimum for free shipping, and that was $20. So I was like, okay, let me see if I can find something else. So I found another Speed Champion set for $11.99. So it was at $32. And I was like trying to figure out like something else to buy. And I was like, what am I going to get? And I was him-hawing around about it. And then eventually I just kind of was like, frig it. And I moved on with my day. And they lost a sale because of that. So, essentially $3 cost them, $3 sale cost them me making an entire purchase. I think that's really awesome on Amazon's part how they don't have that. At least, through Prime. I think almost everyone that shops on Amazon probably has Amazon Prime at this point. But I didn't buy that. Craggle's still here. I was going to call him out and ask him about it. He says, it's been 10 minutes. Can I leave now? I suppose. Yeah, you can go. I just had to call you out a little bit. You know how much fun I have doing that. Everyone say bye to Craggle. He's off to Craggle Land. He's off to Craggle Rock. Ooh, I'm going to try to make this sticker perfect at the top so it looks so darn good coming down at the bottom. When it ties into these black pieces, it's going to be nice. There we go. Today was the closest day that I came to not doing a 5 a.m. Lego. It would have been real easy just to stay in bed. It would have been real easy. Cody's alarm went off, and I was like, oh, Sugar Shack. It's like, well, consistency is king. It's what I believe in. People are relying on me. There's tens of people out there that want to see this. And we'll do it. But I am thinking about turning this into just a regular show, though. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, that's such a weird front that's on here. It's so weird. There you go. This is what I'm working on. It's pretty darn cool. I don't have my B-cam set up. I might be able to set it up. No, well, yeah. Let's try it out. I want to see if I can set this up midstream, if it actually would work. I don't know if it will. But I am curious, so I'm going to experiment with it right now because I have nothing to lose. I'm a guy with nothing to lose right now. Okay. It's plugged in. We'll do some experimentation here. Let me show a preview of that, see if it actually works. It's thinking about it. I'll probably end up shutting my stream down. It really wouldn't be a big loss if I did. All right, so it's looking good over here. For some reason, I can't get the GoPro to actually like recognize the fact that it's a webcam. It looks like it's supposed to be working though. We've got a black screen of death. This is where everyone comes out of their trance. They're like, okay, I'm out of here. So weird. So weird. Preferences. Maybe it's because I'm already using like a webcam service type thing. That's okay. It was worth a shot. I figured since Clarkman was down here, we would just go with the other cam. Brad says, I had a heck of a day at work. Definitely flustered when I left. Sometimes you have those days, I guess, right? It kind of sucks, though, when, like, oftentimes it's your perception of things that really determines what your reality is. I sometimes let live streams kind of determine my mood and feelings for a good part of the time after it, whenever it is. It could be a morning stream, it could be an afternoon one. When I finish a stream and I feel like it didn't go well, or I feel like, you know, whatever, like technically if we had an issue, or if there was some type of, you know, anything, any little thing, like if I don't have the right feeling about it, I'll like leave that and I'll just be like, oh man, my day's ruined. That sucked. You know, and I'm probably the only one that really felt that way, but I'm kind of critical of myself, and I want to put on like a good show or whatever, even though it just seems like I just fall out of bed and I'm sitting here at 5 a.m. building a half completed Lego set, which is all true. But you know, you want to leave with like a good feeling and a good impression. Some days I'll leave and just be like, dude, that was heat. And some days I'll leave and be like, oh man, that was garbage. I sucked. And you just have to decide if you're going to keep pushing on. Are you going to keep doing it? Or are you going to be a quitter? And sometimes it makes sense to quit. You know, if you look at, and this applies to jobs too, if you look at how many days in a row things have been terrible and it's negatively affecting you and you don't love it, or you can't even tolerate it in terms of it being a job, sometimes you have to pull the trigger on it. Pull the plug, I guess, would be the better thing. You could shoot it with a gun, or you could just take it off life support. I'm putting a sticker on here. Bear with me. And it seems so arbitrary, you know, like with streaming, at least in my situation. And maybe even if you have a bad day, like, should you let that mess with your mood? Sometimes it's hard not to. But it's your perception, and that's all you really have. Your perception of reality. Your perception could be completely different from everyone else's. Like, say you go on a date, for example, and you think like, I mean, it could be either way. You'd be like, oh, that was an awesome date, or that was, you know, I said something stupid, and they're never going to call me. You don't know. You don't know what the other person thinks. You just never know. But you just got to keep going. Hey, Brickitect's here. Welcome, brother. I'm not going to call you out like Craggle, that Craggle guy. Brickitect's he's a stand-up guy. I got to put, oh gosh, a curved sticker going across the windshield. That's what life is about here, boys. Okay, I'm going to do my best. You know, you put a sticker on bad, poorly. God, trying to get the alignment on this is going to be awful because I have no idea like how this wrap's going to look. Let's see. Let's hope for the best here. Hey, that wasn't too bad. A little Jaguar sticker across there. I know you can't see it. Brian says, I started my day off very nicely with a seemingly missing database before I even had breakfast. It magically reappeared, luckily, but I hate days starting out like that. Yeah. Sorry that happened to you, man. Wow, 2 printed pieces. Why did they print these? There's 2 pieces on the roof of this that they printed. I'll see if I can show it to you guys. Why were these printed? Nothing else in the car was printed. Not a single thing. Oh gosh, there's definitely some pieces left here, courtesy of the Clark man. We might have to do some recon to figure out what the heck's going on with this, because I have this tile here that I probably shouldn't have. Goodness. Let's put the wheels on though. Let's wrap it on that. Goodness. So I was thinking about maybe doing a recording of all the things that I'm working on in the mornings here. Making that like a highlight video of what we do. I think it's just like, it's like the ultimate win. That way people that, one, aren't up this early, or two, don't have the hours to sit and watch these, you can kind of just get a recap on the things we worked on. Some of this is just going to be me building sets. Some of it's going to be me organizing, breaking sets down. It's all in the circle of life. Maybe we'll be working on mocks. I think today, Clark and I, if Clark's feeling up for it, I was thinking about learning how to use stud.io today. Anybody out there use that? Oh, Sugar Shack, these rims are different. Anybody use stud.io for designing with Lego? I wanted to do a series with that, almost like my Building Your Ideas in Minecraft series that I do on our gaming channel. But I wanted to like build your ideas in Lego, and I wanted to learn how to use stud.io, and I thought it'd be really cool to take people through that with me as like it's like a guy that's freshly just starting to use it and learning how to do it. And doing it at a live stream, because that's how I learned Minecraft. Like, crazy enough, I knew how to do nothing in Minecraft. And I live streamed it. People would help me with it. They would tell me what to do. This is before Clark was like really hardcore in it. Now Clark helps me. But it was really cool kind of sharing that experience. And then like there's experts out there. And I learned through YouTube. Not watching videos, but having people in live streams give me advice. And it was really neat. Speaking of really neat, look at that friggin' color, dude. Look how sick that looks. Have I torn down any Speed Champion sets? Yeah, I've torn down, actually I torn one down, but then I rebuilt it because I'm working on a video titled Lego Speed Champions Keeps Impressing Me. This was the final chapter of that. This is the last thing that I needed to build because I now have my Speed Champions backlog completed. This one was sitting there for a while, but I bought this because of the colors. I just think they're beautiful, and you can see it here. Like they're striking. Absolutely striking. Bertolot says he prefers LDD to stud.io. Why is that exactly? Out of curiosity. Because I feel like I did like a poll, or I asked maybe people in my membership thing, and they all said stud.io is better. But I don't know enough about either of them to really know, but I have to commit to one of them. So which one will it be? I got to find this 1x2, see where maybe this goes. He's a lost little piece. I bet you it's that one. Nope, he's got that one on there. It's not that one. And it has a sticker on it that I didn't put on. I do see a sticker that needs to go on, though. Just when you thought you were done, guys. Yeah, Speed Champions are pretty fire. They're awesome sets. I should have probably done something on that Walmart one. I should have just bought it. Even if I just never build it, I should have just paid shipping on it. If I never build it and just let it sit for 3 years, I could have sold that for $60 probably. Not that I ever sell Lego. But you know, I could. There's a tile that's going on this step. Where? Oh, on the side probably. Yep, there it is. Okay. Missed tile and missed sticker on that one. Clarkman did some stickers of this, and he did a pretty good job, I think. Okay, let's put this last sticker on. I think we're done now, finally. Put the number 1 on it. And I will show it off to you guys in glorious detail here. What do you guys think? Pretty sick, eh? This is the reason I bought the set. I think this car looked really good. I think it's fire, but then let's not lose that focus. That one's pretty neat too. Very cool. Very cool. Now I'll do my video. There's another part of this build that I don't really care about. It's like a start finish line there. Let me see if Bricked a Lot came back. He says you can hack LDD parts. LDD to add parts. Yeah, I don't care about that necessarily. I want to use the one that everyone uses. Is LDD more popular than stud.io? I'll try both. Maybe I can see which one I like better. Brad says, I love the color. I think I need that set. I'm here to sell it to you, I guess. It's probably, I think it's $30. It's 76898 if you're trying to, I'll look it up for you. 76898. Lego. $29.99 at Amazon. It's $24 at Walmart. That's a pretty good deal for $24. Kind of jacked that I didn't buy that other set. I should have done it. Let me get some water. We gonna stay live here for a bit, guys? Are we still gonna do this? Are we shutting her down? Because I got nothing else for you, honestly. At this point, we would just be having a conversation. But if you want to stick around for that, you're welcome to. If you have some other pressing matters in your life, that's understandable. LDD easier to use, says Bricked a Lot. We'll try both. We'll see. I'll do a stream today. If you guys are going to be around later today, I'll jump in. I think we'll I know whichever one I probably start out with is the one that we'll go with. Maybe I'll do a poll and see what people use on my channel, because it's going to be helpful using the one that they use. But wouldn't it be a kind of a cool concept? Like if it's like, let's go something simple. Like, okay, I'm building your ideas. What can I build today? And you're like, build a Lego car. And I'm like, okay. And then we sit there and I painstakingly try to piece together a Lego car digitally. And I chat in the meantime. We kind of have a fun time. There wouldn't be any like time pressure to this. It would just be kind of like a fun thing to do. Like, you know, just a place to hang out. Sort of like what this is. It'd be like that. We got a question. Clarkman? I'm Greg. Clarkman is my son. I know you knew that though. He's not feeling well. He thought he was going to come down here and be a champion, and he was early in the stream. He came down here with me, but he was just glassy eyed, just zoning there, and I convinced him many times to go up and lay down, and he's like, "No, I want to be here." And then finally, I was like, "Go over to the couch." Or go to the couch. He goes over to this couch, and then he finally made his way up the stairs after falling down the stairs many times. Humorously, he couldn't leave without a joke, and then he went up and lay down. So he that's where he is. Oh, it's out of stock at Walmart. Amazon. I don't think Amazon pulls that crap where they show stuff in stock. You could get it there. It's $30, so you'd be paying retail. Sorry about that, but it is available. $29.99. Here's the set. If you're trying to buy it. I just finished the Speed Champion set that Clarkman started. Like this whole week he's been building this. I could get out the F-150. Oh goodness. I think that's like a whole commitment. I'm going to be using this desk today. Maybe I'll sort the pieces. Oh, I probably shouldn't. And he says, last time I set aside a Technic set, it was nearly a year after until I finished it. That was me with the not the F-150. That was me with the Porsche, the orange Porsche. I was kind of just very casually building that. But I like the setup that I have now, and I might do this as like an ongoing series on my channel with like really big sets where I build a bag a week and do a little YouTube short video on it. I've been really loving the Bugatti. And I think it's because I'm just kind of taking my time, and I love kind of just sharing like, hey, this is the thing that happened this week. Like this week's video, I think I'm going to film today. And this is the week that the car came together. It was formerly 2 parts, and then it came together into one. And it's so darn cool to see it, and then to see the progression. I think I'm going to take all of my shorts, which should be a total of about probably like 14 minutes of content at most, and put that together into one video at the end. So you'll be able to see a week by week, like week 1, 2, do. And it'll be so cool to see. But I've been enjoying building that. I haven't done any of it live. Haven't done any of it on stream. I've just been like really just kind of like enjoying the moment, taking my time, piecing it together, listening to YouTube videos or podcasts while I do it. And it's just real nice, you know, as a content creator that really puts a lot of time into building sets with other people watching and trying to manage chat and all of that stuff. It's nice just to kind of take a little bit of time where you can kind of focus on what you're doing and like the pieces and the satisfaction that comes with building a Technic set. And I love Technic. I'm really coming around to it. And I'm excited to have the Bugatti built. The F-150, of course, is going to be built way before that. And then I'm just going to jump into the Ducati, which is the red motorcycle. It's just freaking beautiful. And lastly, Dom's Charger. And I still have this darn forklift that came through Mailtime a while back. So that's my Technic backlog. The Technic is fun. They're a little bit overwhelming. You got to make sure you don't mess up. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to miss a piece, because if you do, your life is going to be a nightmare later. Mike says, how's the studio production setup going? You seemed pumped to optimize everything last week. Yeah, dude, I spent a lot of time down here trying to get things the way I wanted it. I have to go through some Pokemon cards, and I was going to do that one of these mornings just because it needs done. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow morning. And I'm trying to box these Pokemon cards up and maybe find if I have anything that's worth some money so I can sell it and then use that money for other stuff. But I'm just going to box the rest of them up and try to sell them as like a lot to somebody. I paid like $15 for it at a yard sale, so it's going to be like a flip. That's the only thing that's on Baratech. That's all clean. The rest of the studio is like this half of it is nice. I have the stunt set, and I have the Raptor over here on this. That's kind of like all that's over there, and plus a little bit of mail that I have. So this is all clean. This side of the studio is good. My work table down here has a lot of stuff on it that kind of just needs gone through. But beyond that, like, things are good here in the studio. The storage room's another story. Like, I really need to condense things down in there. But I feel like it's one of those things that if I just do a little bit each day, slowly but surely, you really start making some progress. Hey, I just realized none of my lights are on over here. That's why we look all sucky. Look at that. Sugar Shack. We're freaking 50 minutes into the stream, and my stream looks like garbage. But we could do something special since we're here. We could go pink. That doesn't look very good. How about I kind of like purple. Purple has like a nice glow to it. It's fun. Darn it. Awaken Builder says, I'm finally relying on Dealitect for hopefully some crazy Black Friday notifications if you're up for the challenge. I am. I love shopping for Black Friday deals with Lego. I'm hoping that they come through for us and give us some great stuff. I'd love a deal on the Seinfeld set. I'd like to score that for Mrs. Brickitect. And I was going to get that with the recent double VIP thing, but I decided that it'd be best to get the Winter Village or Santa's Visit, just because that one is more seasonal and I think harder to get. So I'm hoping for something to pop up on Black Friday. Even if it's another double VIP, that would be great. But the Seinfeld set, that's like one of her favorite shows. My next big set that I buy, I think, is going to be I almost said the Full House house. We've been watching so much Full House. It's going to be the Home Alone house. I can't wait for that set. It's my favorite movie. We're going to family build it, at least some of it. It's going to be just glorious, dude. I'm pumped. Oh, Brad said the Lamborghini's on sale on Zavvi. Oh, don't tell me. That comes up often. I have no fear of missing out on a deal on the Lambo. Plus I have another 7 weeks just until the Bugatti's done, and then I've got those 3 other builds. So I got some time in the world of Technic before I need to pull the trigger. But that's probably going to be my next Technic build, is going to be the green Lambo. And I'm pumped on that. It's going to be a beauty. Yeah, Clark is definitely asleep. There's silence. He went up and fell right back asleep. I'm going through the chat here trying to get caught up. Sorry if I missed your message. You can throw it back out there if you'd like to. And he says, oh yeah. He came out as the Kool-Aid guy busting through the wall. He says, the Home Alone house, baby. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so good. How often do you get your favorite movie made into a Lego set? It's happened for a few people. This is my time. And I just want the set to be like super detailed. Obviously we've seen the sticker sheet, and all the little Easter eggs that are on there they're so perfect. So I think the set's going to be just awesome. As awesome as building a giant rectangular house is. But what I like about the Home Alone house is it's kind of like laid out like our house a little bit. Obviously our house isn't a mansion like that house is. But if I had to build our house in Lego, it'd be about as close as you can get. Bricky says, you want more Technic? I just got some I don't want. I looked at that motorcycle, that blue motorcycle. I'm kind of interested in that one, but like when it's fully built, I don't like the styling of the front of it. I'll look this up. I don't remember what the set number is. I just looked up blue Technic motorcycle. And it doesn't look great. I think if I did some modifications to it, I could make it look good though. Oh, this is it right here. You guys can decide. This is the one that Bricky found. It's not complete from what I could tell. It looks kind of weird from the front end though, doesn't it? Doesn't it look kind of odd? Like they're doing the best they could with the Technic they had. But you compare that. All right, so get that in your mind. Lock that one in, okay? Lock that in. And then let me show you the motorcycle that I'm about to build. And you'll see just how far Technic has come over the years. Absolute wildness. Okay, so you had that locked in. Now, take a look at that. You can see how far they've come in actual. Here's a look at it, like with all the pieces coming off of it. You can see how far they've come. That's just absolute heat. If you guys want that set, it's $70 on Amazon. I'm going to start putting affiliate links everywhere. I'm selling you guys on all these Lego sets. Brian says, oh, I probably have that set back at my dad's place still. How is it built? Maybe it looks different in real life. I just don't know if I like all the tubing and stuff that's going around to kind of make it look like it's a street bike. But I think if you like made it like a cafe racer of sorts, like you chopped all that stuff down, it could look pretty darn fire, I reckon. Yeah, the Ducati is fire, Brad. I agreed, man. And he says, Bricky says the yellow race car is complete. What's the set number on that? I'll look that one up. Let me see if I can show the picture. Do you care if I show the picture, Bricky? If you guys would like to join our Discord, become a member. The link's right up at the top there. $5 a month. Support the streams. If you like what we're doing here, if you'd like to become a member, I appreciate it. Got to sell myself sometime, right? If you've been here every day, you're getting value out of it. It's a good way to show support. There's the car. That's pretty neat. I'll show you the F1 car that I want to get. Again, this one I think is really expensive. Lego F1. I think it's a Ferrari. I could be wrong about that though. Lego Technic. I got to get my screen brought up so I can show you guys. Lego Technic F1. I remember seeing this thing at Toys R Us back in the day, and I should have bought it. It's now $500 on Amazon. This is the one, boys. That's the one. Isn't that a cool F1 car? $500. It could be yours. Set 42,000. Oh, here's a picture of it out of the box. Formula One isn't really, I don't think, super popular here in the U.S., but from what I understand, in Europe, it's wildly popular. I started watching a series on Amazon that was kind of like taking you through a season of F1, and it was really neat because it kind of followed different drivers and the storyline around them, and I love a story in sports. That's like the reason to watch it. Mike says he has a Technic bike. The front does look odd because of the tubing. Is there a way to fix it with modern parts, though? I bet you probably could. Brad said, wow, that's awesome. Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. And I don't know how much it was when I saw it at Toys R Us, but I probably should have bought it. At the time, I was probably like, oh, that's so expensive. I would never buy a $200 Lego set. If only we knew, right? I had limits before. I was like, if I could get an Xbox for cheaper than a Lego set, I would never. But now it's like, $200 Lego set. Buy that. You don't buy it at $200, you're going to spend $500 on it later. So if you like it, you better do it. Brad says, just think if you retrofitted it with RC components. Yeah, you can't use Lego ones though. I saw a dude that he put like actual RC stuff into a Lego set and it was so cool. I would love to do that. But I've seen other dudes that have made videos like testing out Lego RC components and they're just straight garbage. Like so slow. They barely do anything. So you almost have to take the internals of like a Traxxas and then build Lego around it, which I'm glad you mentioned that because I'm going to put that on my idea list. If I took a Traxxas Stampede, which is roughly $160, and I just built Lego, I just took the body off and built a Lego body of my own and took that out racing it around, I think that would get like so many views. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I think that's kind of where the channel, I would like to take the channel away from being like, here's our day-to-day build process to like, here's some really cool stuff that we're doing in the world of Lego. Like the popcorn cart tower. I want to build a Duplo castle. I know there's probably not many Duplo fanatics out there, but we have all this huge Duplo collection. Clark built that fort that's still sitting there. I'd like to take all of our pieces and build a castle. And then ultimately I want to rip that down and I want to build a giant brickitect logo out of Duplo. So you get Duplo videos here. But man, that would be so freaking sick. Especially if you built the Traxxas out of regular bricks and then you went and crashed it somewhere and it just slow motion. Could be absolute heat. Bricky says, I also got 2 small Technic bikes. I'm not sure if you want them. The only one that really caught my eye was that blue one. But I don't know. I don't know if I like the styling of it. You should try to complete it and sell it. You could probably make some money on that. I don't know what that old Technic stuff goes for, but I'd flip a little bit of it. Awakened Builder says, Lego or Ninjago City Gardens is the next big build for me. Kicking myself that I slept on the docks. Yeah, I still have the garden to build too. It's in my backlog. I bought it during double VIP last time, which I think was back in, was it in like July? It was over the summer they did double VIP. And I was like, yeah, I'll take advantage of that. And it sits along with a lot of other big sets. What else do I have? I've got the Space Shuttle. I've got the Medieval Blacksmith Shop. That's a good one. I've got the A-Wing. I've got the Spring Lantern Festival. I've just got all these big builds. I kept buying them when Lego was doing promos and gift purchases. I'm like, why not? And I guess that's fine. They're in the inventory right now. But then I'm working on the Bugatti. I've got this Technic build going on. But I was thinking maybe I'll build the big stuff while Clarkman builds the small stuff and we'll work through it. And he says, let my popcorn cart grow. Anybody, Power Rangers? Anyone? No one? Okay. Yeah, I want to try to build it to the ceiling. And if I run out, I'll just go to Target because I think they, like some Targets still have the popcorn cart in stock. It's weird. You could build my backlog in a week. Yeah, you probably could if you really put a lot of time into it. Brian says, if you want to get rid of any of them, you can just send them to me. You know, I'm not looking to sell. I'm not looking to give away. I'm collecting right now and I'm going to build them. It's just all in due time. Bricked-A-Lot says, you should see my backlog. Hey, I would love to. Make sure you guys subscribe to Bricked-A-Lot. He's going to be doing a video showing his backlog. I'm going to try to guild him into it. Can we make it happen? Can we get Bricked-A-Lot to make a video showing his backlog? Please. He says he doesn't think he'll ever get through it all. Well, if you keep buying, it's hard to do. That's what I've realized. I've been like a year behind. So I just need to at one point cut myself off and be like, okay, I'm forgetting about the rest of 2021, which is hard to do because like these summer sets are so good, especially in Creator. And then just 2022 start fresh, try to be on the new end of things. Because that's where I kind of miss out, I guess, on probably a lot of viewers because I'm building friggin' sets from, 2019, 2020. They're not old enough to be cool yet, but they're not new enough to have everyone's attention. I'm like in that weird zone of, looking for deals. But that's my style. I'd rather find a deal on a set and build it than be like running to the Lego store the first day it's out so I can buy a set and come home and build it and stream it. Like it takes away some of the fun for me. It's not a challenge. It's like I like going out into nature and I'm like looking through my binoculars, looking for like a wild animal, and I'm pulling my bow back and I'm tracking it and I'm tracking it and I'm tracking it, and then pow, I hit it and put it down. These other guys that go out on day one buy sets, that's like going on one of those guided safaris where they put a lion like out in the middle of the field for you, and then they hold the gun up for you, and they're like, okay, you're just lined up. All right, now pull the trigger, and then they do, and then they kill the lion. That's what it's like buying Lego sets on day one. I've never used that analogy before, and nor has anyone ever in the history of Legodom used that. But that's the difference between being a deal hunter and buying stuff day one. Bertolot says, because this guy named Greg, I need to buy more sets than I build. I tend to buy more sets. Not me. Not me. I definitely sell people sets inadvertently here. Brad specifically. I feel like everything I build, Brad's like, I'm getting one of those. I feel bad a little bit. It's getting too costly. Hey, Julian is here. He says, hey, everyone, sorry I'm super late. Busy morning. No worries, man. I didn't build your Technic set today. I finished this, and we've just been chatting ever since. It was off to a rough start today, Julian. I think for a lot of us. Brian had a rough day. I woke up at like 4:52, came down here at 4:59, fired this up. Clarkman's sick. I wasn't really feeling it today, but this stream right now, I feel great. I'm having a fun time chatting with you. It's a lot of fun for me. This is why you have to push through. This is why you have to be consistent, because sometimes you're not going to want to do something, and you're going to be like, oh, just do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're like, oh, just do it tomorrow. If you do that, you're going to set yourself up for failure. If you decide that you want to do something and you're going to do it every day, you best do it every day. And that's kind of why we're here. And I know there's some people out there. There's a lot of people, I think, that just listen in because they're, getting ready for work, school, whatever the case is. And I do believe that there's some people out there that really love listening to this. And it's like something to look forward to. So I feel like this is for those peeps. Brad says, don't feel bad. We just share the same great taste. And Bricktolat says, I don't know about your analogy, Greg. Last time I was in a Lego store trying to get a set on day one, it was pretty brutal. Oh, maybe. Yeah, I didn't think about that. There is the challenge with all of the other hunters out there too. You see those videos of people doing like Black Friday shopping back in the day, and like they'd open the doors up and people are getting like trampled and pummeled and stuff because they're trying to get a Tickle Me Elmo. That's Lego in 2020 and 2021. Holy smokes. It's fun though. It's such a good hobby. Like the fact that you get to collect something that you can build and enjoy and then display or make something else out of, like you can build your own toys. It's so wild. You're buying a toy that allows you to build more toys and to have endless possibilities with. It's such an incredible hobby. You compound that with the fact that like sharing this, if you get on YouTube, or even if you're just a person that's in the chat, or you become like a part of like a group somewhere, whether it be like a membership thing or Patreon or I don't know, a subreddit, forum, whatever it is. What I found in the Lego space is that the community is full of so many awesome people, and it just feels like a really cool family. I was thinking about this yesterday when I was looking at the Discord and seeing like how much everyone like supports each other in there, and it's just awesome to see. And it's just like, dude, this is really cool. Like what an opportunity to be a part of something like this. Yeah, that's me getting all sentimental on things, but it's true. It's pretty neat. And I'm sure if you build Lego sets, you kind of feel that way. And if you watch live streams specifically, like you start to get to know people in the chat, or there's a creator that always streams or whatever, and you follow that, and it can be pretty darn cool. Yeah, Lego is a brutal sport. Do I have any pirates from 2015? I think I might have one pirate set that's like a modern set that I got. It was pretty cool. That's a theme. I didn't get Pirates of Barracuda Bay though. I didn't love it that much. Like I liked the Creator pirate ship better. Like when I looked at Pirates of Barracuda Bay, I didn't really like the build of it that much. I wanted to build the ship, but then they had that other ship that came out for $100, and I was like, that's my fix right there. So I bought that, and I probably won't get Pirates of Barracuda Bay for that reason. But I did buy the Corner Garage. That's gonna be a good one. I think that's going to be so much better than the police station. I have buyer's remorse on the police station. I very rarely have that with Lego sets, but I definitely have buyer's remorse on that one. It wasn't one that I was going to buy, but then Phantom, who was a patron at the time, he basically bought it for me to build and then send back to him. And I built it, and in the moment, I was like, dang, that was pretty cool. And I didn't want to like tear it apart. Like all that hard work goes undone and then tear it apart and send it back to him. So I was like, I'm just going to keep it and I'll buy you another one. So I did that, and he got like the promos and all the other stuff that came with it. And then it sat there, $200 or however much it cost, just sat there. I haven't done anything with it. I haven't looked at it. I haven't played with it. I haven't admired it. I haven't really thought about it other than the fact that I wish I'm considering just selling it. So what I think I might do is just bag it all up, put it back in its box because I still have the box. And 5 years from now, 10 years from now, when it goes for some good money, that's when I will pawn it off. Brickitect says he hasn't opened it. I wouldn't bother, dude. Unless you're like really into it. You just sit on that thing and sell it for $1,000 someday. Waken Builder says, were you surprised from your poll results for the streaming times? No, not overly surprised. If you guys didn't know, my poll was, which time do you prefer? 5 a.m., 9 a.m., these are Eastern times, or you can't make it to either one. And about half the people can't make it to either one because it's weekdays. It's way too early for people in the West Coast, Mountain Time, even Central Time in some cases, because right now it's 5:10 a.m. for people Central Time. So it only really works for East Coast people if I do 5 a.m. plus international people. If I do 9 a.m., the East Coast people are already at work or at school. It gets a little bit later for the UK people. They're still good in Europe. Australian people are completely out because it all of a sudden became 11 p.m. for them. West Coast people are just waking up. There's really no good time to live stream. Those were evenly split between 5 a.m. and 9 a.m. There's no good time. So you just got to pick a time. And there's going to be people that watch is what I've learned. You can't please everyone. Everyone's on different schedules, different times. So you got to do the thing that like works for you. And I kind of like the 5 a.m. thing because it's like before my day actually starts. 9 a.m. is a little harder because it's like my day's going. I'm probably getting some work done. And then I got to be like, okay, at 9 I have to do this stream. And then it always cuts into that like portion of my day. This feels like bonus time. The problem is I tend to get tired earlier and I go to bed like super early. So there's no like winning. But I have to decide whether this is the route that I want to go. Like I enjoy doing these streams at 5 a.m., but does it make sense to do these streams at 5 a.m.? Would it be smarter for me? And the answer is absolutely yes. Would it be smarter for me to just come down here in the morning if I want to and work on something, shoot a little narrative about it, and then upload that as a video each week? That'd probably make way more sense. But I like doing this. I don't know. I got to ponder it. Definitely be pondering such things. But we'll see. The timing's different for everyone as far as live streaming goes. And the other question is like, how long do you stream every day at 5 a.m. before it just gets boring for everyone? You know? Hard to say. Do you keep doing it? Do you stay consistent? Do you build it? Do you grow it? Is it worth doing that? Because again, like I mentioned earlier, once tomorrow hits, it's as though this video never happened. It's completely erased. So whoever saw it when it was live for that one day, that's pretty much all the people that'll ever see it. Whereas if you make almost like a little narrative out of it, make a show out of it, make that into a series that sits in a playlist, that becomes something. It becomes like a show that people can watch. And you can watch episode 1 where we were working on whatever it was we're working on. And you can see it kind of, as the weeks go on, you can see all the things that happen. And I kind of feel like that may be the route to take. The only thing that would really sway me from doing that would be the chat. Because then you lose on the chat and this opportunity in the morning. I don't know. Something to ponder. Something to think about. But yeah, I guess that's where I'll leave you off. I don't really have anything else to talk about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of 5 a.m. Lego, the one that almost didn't happen, the one with Clark being sick, the one where we finished the Jaguar. Hope you had fun with it, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. But if I don't, you'll probably see this as a show coming up on a brickitect channel near you. Have a great rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you in